Hello, everyone. Chinese cabbage is a traditional vegetable in China. Its cultivation area and consumption volume rank first among all kinds of vegetables in China. During its growth process, it can be infected by various diseases and pests, resulting in a significant decline in yield and quality. Next, let's learn about the identification and prevention techniques of Chinese cabbage diseases and pests to reduce their harm. We will study from two aspects: diseases and pests. There are the following two knowledge objectives for this lesson. First, let's learn about the main diseases of Chinese cabbage. Downy mildew, virus disease, and soft rot disease were once collectively called the three major diseases of Chinese cabbage. Downy mildew of Chinese cabbage, commonly known as white mold disease or frosty leaf disease, is a major disease on Chinese cabbage. It can affect the plants from the seedling stage to the adult stage, mainly damaging the leaves of Chinese cabbage. Symptoms of downy mildew of Chinese cabbage: initially, light yellow or yellow. Green spots with unclear margins appear on the front of the leaves. Later, these spots expand and turn into yellow, brown spots. The spots are polygonal or irregular due to the limitation of leaf veins. Dense white frost, like mildew, grows on the back of the leaves. This disease is likely to prevail when the air humidity is high and the dew-forming time is long. So, how to prevent and control it? It can be prevented and controlled through reasonable agricultural management measures. For example, implement crop rotation, select disease-resistant varieties, disinfect the seeds before sowing, clean the fields in a timely manner, and strengthen the field management of Chinese cabbage. At the initial stage of the disease, fungicides such as metalaxyl, manganese zinc jingli, propamocarb hydrochloride previcur, K-cangling, shuangjiging, fen, and ank can be sprayed. Virus disease of Chinese cabbage is a major disease on Chinese cabbage-type vegetables. It is widely distributed and commonly occurs, and it is more severe in summer and autumn. Damage symptoms: when the seedlings are infected, the veins of the heart leaves lose greenness and become transparent. Later, mosaic patterns and wrinkling appear, and the plants become short and stunted. In the adult stage, the symptoms are wrinkled mosaic patterns. In severely affected plants, the flower stems are short, and the pods are curved and poorly set. Prevention and control measures. First, select disease-resistant varieties. Second, sow the seeds appropriately late. Third, kill the vector insects. Control aphids before and after sowing and before and after transplanting to prevent aphids from transmitting the virus. Fourth, strengthen field management. Apply sufficient base fertilizer before planting. Try to adopt the direct seeding cultivation method. Transplant in a timely manner. Remove diseased seedlings. Water in a timely manner and irrigate frequently to prevent drought. At the initial stage of the disease, spray phytocin, ningnamycin, oligochitosan, and hundiking and other agents. Soft rot disease of Chinese cabbage, also known as rot disease, rotten knob, sauce bucket, and defoliation disease, occurs everywhere. This disease can occur during the growth period and storage period, causing huge losses. Soft rot disease of Chinese cabbage is a bacterial disease. It mostly invades through wounds. Initially, it is translucent and water-soaked, and then turns gray or brown. The diseased part becomes soft and rots, giving off a foul smell and exuding snot like mucus. High temperature and rainy weather, poor drainage, excessive application of nitrogen fertilizer, or improper water management, alternating drought and wetness, easy breakage of root hairs, or many pest-induced wounds are all conducive to the induction and prevalence of the disease. For the prevention and control of soft rot disease of Chinese cabbage, implement crop rotation, deeply plow and sun the fields, and plant in high, ridged fields with deep ditches. Apply fertilizers reasonably and avoid excessive application of nitrogen fertilizer. Use small amount and frequent irrigation and avoid flood irrigation. Treat the seeds with pesticides before sowing. When diseased plants are found, remove them from the field in a timely manner and disinfect the diseased holes with quicklime. At the initial stage of the disease, use 4,000-fold solution of octyl ester streptomycin or 5,000-fold solution of streptomycin sulfate. Start from the seedling stage. Combine spraying and drenching, and apply the pesticides continuously for 3-4 times. Pay attention to alternating the use of pesticides. In addition to being invaded by diseases, Chinese cabbage is often bitten by pests. Next, let us learn about the identification and integrated control of the main pests of Chinese cabbage. The main pests of Chinese cabbage include the diamondback moth, the cabbage white butterfly, the common cutworm, and aphids. The diamondback moth, also known as the cabbage moth, two-pointed worm, small green worm, hanging silkworm, and hanged ghost, belongs to the Pleuthelidae family of Lepidoptera. It is an unimportant pest worldwide and is distributed throughout China. Although the diamondback moth is small in size, it causes great damage when it first occurs. Because its body is tiny and it hides in the center of the plant, it bites the new leaves. If not noticed, it will cause serious consequences. After hatching, the larvae only gnaw on the lower epidermis and mesophyll tissue, leaving the upper epidermis to form transparent small spots. As the larvae grow older, they can also eat through the leaves to form holes. In severe cases, the holes are connected and only the veins are left. The eggs are laid on the back of the leaves, white and smooth, with 3 or 5 eggs clustered together. Each adult can lay nearly 100 eggs. The pupae overwinter in the weeds and dead leaves in sunny places in winter. The adults emerge in April of the following spring and start to be active. The occurrence in autumn often depends on the rainfall in summer. There are more occurrences in years with high temperature and drought in summer. Prevention and control of the diamondback moth. First, clean the orchard and plow the land. After harvesting, completely clean up and remove the discarded residual leaves, plants, and field weeds to eliminate the source of pests. Second, use the photoed axis of pests. Set up a frequency, vibration insect, killing lamp or a black light lamp in the field to trap and kill pests. Third, sex attractants can be used to trap and kill adult moths. When the population density of the diamondback moth is low at the initial stage of its occurrence, trapping and killing can also achieve good control effects. The diamondback moth can be controlled by spraying a 250-500 fold solution of the biological agent Bt at the low and star stage of the pests. Chemical agents such as indoxacarb suspension concentrate, endyl, and 4.5% beta cypermethrin emulsifiable concentrate can also be used for alternate spraying. The cabbage white butterfly, also known as the cabbage butterfly, white powder butterfly, and cabbage white, belongs to the Pieridae family of Lepidoptera. It is distributed all over the world in China. It often occurs mixed in various provinces and regions and is a serious pest of cruciferous vegetables. The newly hatched 1-2 instar larvae of the cabbage white butterfly only gnaw on the mesophyll, leaving a thin and transparent epidermis. After the 3 instar stage, their food intake increases greatly, and they eat the entire leaf. In mild cases, the leaves have notches, and in severe cases, only the veins and petioles are left. The larvae excrete a large amount of feces, contaminating the leaves and the hearts of the cabbages. The wounds are prone to cause soft rot disease. The prevention and control methods of the cabbage white butterfly are basically the same as those of the diamondback moth. Physical control techniques such as covering with insect-proof nets, trapping with yellow boards, and high-temperature steaming of the greenhouse can also be used. The common cutworm belongs to the Noxtridae family of Lepidoptera. It is a worldwide pest and occurs throughout China. It can damage vegetables, field crops, medicinal plants, forage grasses, and wild weeds. Cruciferous vegetables are severely damaged. The larvae of the common cutworm feed on the leaves of the host plants, forming notches or holes. In severe cases, the leaves are completely eaten, leaving only the petioles and thick veins, affecting the heading of the heart leaves. Prevention and control of the common cutworm in agricultural control give priority to selecting insect-resistant varieties, arrange the cropping pattern reasonably, and avoid continuous cropping, strengthen field management, and timely remove residual plants and fallen leaves to reduce the source of pests. Apply fertilizers reasonably to improve resistance. Chemical control includes mixing seeds with insecticides before sowing. Spraying insecticides on the ground during the peak hatching period of the eggs of the common cutworm to the low instar larval stage, and spraying insecticides such as lambda, Cyhalothrin and Foxum on the leaves during the larval stage. However, pay attention to alternating the use of insecticides to avoid the development of resistance. Aphids, also known as lice and honeydew insects, belong to the Aphididae family of Homoptera. Aphids pierce the palisade and spongy tissues of the leaves with their needle-like mouthparts and suck the sap. The tender heart leaves are densely covered with black aphids, making the Chinese cabbage unfit for consumption. Aphids gather on the backs of the tender leaves, tender stems, and tender tips of the host plants to suck the sap. Many small spots are formed on the damaged parts, causing the leaves to curl. In severe cases, the plants wilt and even die. Aphids secrete a large amount of honeydew, contaminating the leaves and inducing sooty mold, which affects the photosynthesis of the leaves. In addition to direct damage, they can also transmit viruses. To prevent and control aphids, crop rotation can be carried out reasonably. The fields can be cleaned, insect Leak-proof nets can be covered, and yellow boards can be used to trap aphids. In biological control, measures such as protecting and utilizing natural enemies such as ladybugs and lacewings can be taken. Third, in chemical control, imidacloprid, acetamiprid, and pyramicarb can be selected for spraying. Through this lesson, we have gained a certain understanding of the main diseases and pests of Chinese cabbage. After class, students can consult relevant materials for in-depth study. That's all for today's content. Please think independently and complete the 2 after class exercises.